Democrat Mark Kelly widens lead over Republican Martha McSally in post-debate Senate poll. There was every indication that McSally was gonna blow this. Either Arizona Republicans decided to run a bad candidate, or they decided this was the best they had. And considering that other potential luminaries included Kirk Adams, Joe Arpaio, and Kelly Ward, they might have been right. Didn't she lose her previous election and then was appointed? I just voted for him today. She calls him Counterfeit Kelly. These Trumpisms are so fucking stupid that they're actually kind of amusing. This one's extremely important because Kelly gets seated immediately due to it being a special election. What I don't understand is how there is an 8-point gap between Kelly and Biden. That's insane. A race with a stark difference, there is a decent human candidate and a right-wing nutcase running against each other. May the best man win. A guy with the balls to strap himself into a bomb and ride a pillar of fire into outer space? I'd vote for him. Mark Kelly as in astronaut Mark Kelly. Why the fuck would you not vote for him? Not like we send the literal best of the best into space. I watched it live, she was absolutely obliterated in this debate. Wasn't even close. I can't wait for that hack McSally to be unemployed. McSally begins Arizona's early voting period in different fashion than she did in her 2018 loss to Sen. Kyrsten Sinema, D. Arizona. McSally had a fractional edge over Sinema in mid-October, according to polling tracked by Real Clear Politics. She wound up losing that race by 2.3 percentage points. I'm so grateful for him running. Anyone realize how scary it is to put yourself out there? Please, we have got to take the Senate and make the House so blue the Republicans will cry. Mark Kelly is an awesome guy with a lot of amazing work as an astronaut. He's worth checking out. I think Martha McSally was originally picked because of her willingness to be a far-right conservative with conscience, not for her political skill or good ideas. These days conservatives care more about putting politicians in office who adhere to ideology and not think for themselves or their constituents. McSally would have been a reliable vote for McConnell. Hence her response to the pandemic, which was hardline against stimulus for working Americans or funnel it all to businesses. In AZ and my husband and I voted Kelly. And blew the rest of the way down blue heart. The schmear campaigns against Kelly are so laughable it's insane. They're like something out of r/Arab funny. Just an astronaut dancing in front of a Chinese flag while the blockbuster movie trailer commentator goes, Mark Kelly got paid by China. And that's their whole campaign, Mark got paid by commies. And then the other one where some random fat dude working on his asterisk motorcycle in his garage is telling me about how Kelly is a liar. I'm sorry, who is this guy? She lost a Senate election and was given a Senate seat as a participation trophy from a fellow Republican. It's gross. Get her out of office. She is awful. No need to elaborate. Just another awful person running for office. Did they have another debate? She was blinking like a mad woman at the last one I saw. Fuck this turd. I do not live in Arizona, not have I ever lived in Arizona, and I get multiple text messages a day from her campaign asking me to donate. I have contacted them multiple times to tell them to take me off their list and they still send them. ETA, I actually made a donation to Mark Kelly after the first week of messages. I thought about sending them a screenshot of it as a reply, but I know no one will see it. Astronaut, engineer, and naval officer, yep, he's qualified. Watching this woman tarnish her military legacy and resort to calling a fucking astronaut Counterfeit Kelly is amongst the saddest and most infuriating things I have ever seen. Missed opportunity to use blasts off. Imagine a sitting senator who has run twice and never won a single race. Send her home. Trump's GOP traitors will be driven from office by the votes of loyal Americans. Remember, he is married to Gabby Giffords, who was shot in the head during an appearance to hear her constituents. Mark is the co-founder of a gun control organization that is well thought out and encourages safe gun ownership. You can read his stance on gun safety. https://markkelly.com/issue/gun safety/ Hell yeah, get fucked McSally. She couldn't beat Sinema. Whoever thought she would stand a chance against Gabby's husband, who was also an astronaut, / AZ people. For what it's worth, I have met this dude and talked to him a bit. He, to me, seemed intelligent, with it, a problem solver, someone who gave a damn and didn't have a lazy bone in his body. If you look at, McSally has an amazing record pre-politics, and hasn't accomplished much since being elected. She votes with Trump and votes conservatively. Anti-abortion, pro-big military budget. AZ can turn the page in 2020. She's just the worst. Her debate performance was like a bratty 10-year-old who would refuse to answer anything. Wouldn't even say she supported Trump. What a puss. Then she goes on to act just like him, calling Mark Kelly childish names and tossing out every Republican boogeyman word she could think of at Kelly. I did my part. Already voted last week. Mark Kelly will make a great senator. We need more exceptional people like Mark Kelly in the Senate. Arizona Republican here, voted for Kelly. Fuck McSally. She lost in a race against Kyrsten Sinema, and only had her seat due to Doug Ducey, who in a couple years will be on his way out. So no really surprise that when up against a good candidate, support is folding. I am very proud to help support flipping AZ blue for this year and years to come. An easy flip for the Democrats. Collins and Gardner are going down too. Just need one more of the 5 or 6 vulnerable GOP senators to flip the Senate unless Jones somehow miraculously wins. Already voted for him. I'd never vote for her. I'm very excited about this. In addition to being a good guy, and an astronaut, Eep, who can bring a little space sense to Congress, I believe he may be our only hope right now of getting any kind of gun reform. He and Gabby Giffords are unapologetic gun owners and have the one thing a lot of Dem politicians don't, credibility. I used to go to the range a lot, and I hate hearing why would a normal person need 100/200/300 rounds of ammunition. You can go through 100 rounds in an afternoon at the range. Or acting like simply enjoying shooting makes you a psychopath, even though there are 10 shooting sports in the Olympics. Knowledgeable voices on the left side have been drowned out by well-meaning people. I just saw a tweet from Gabby Giffords that supports this. I've made it my mission to end gun violence, and I'm also a proud gun owner. That's why I'm excited for the nationwide launch of @Giffords Courage Gun Owners for Safety. This is how enact change. Instead of making sweeping generalizations, you bring together the majority of gun owners, who do want gun control. These are the people who were co-opted by the NRA, but they have a powerful voice and they want to be heard. If these people tell their reps they won't vote for them without gun control, and they have the numbers, we'll start to see change. Also, plenty of Dems are gun owners, but you don't hear them much because A, guns aren't part of their identity and not something you need to talk about all the time, and B, there's definitely a feeling of needing to hide with some. Kelly could really bring out a lot of vocal support for gun control from people. When you add the Ds and the Rs, the GOP can't brush away or laugh off. And there are surely some people who vote R because of 2A who could otherwise vote D. And B, this is not an attempt to change minds about owning and using guns. I'm just putting forth my hope that Mark Kelly will be someone who will finally be able to make some headway. Cast my vote for Mark Kelly about 30 minutes ago. McSally ruined her reputation instantly when the first sentence she muttered contained the phrase "counterfeit Kelly," a nickname she continued to call Mark Kelly throughout the debate. Meanwhile, Kelly showed utmost respect to her title. Last I checked, Kelly's title was Commander, not counterfeit. Maybe she left all of that professionalism she learned in the military back at her last base.